and welcome to the Christmas edition of Missle Industries Ford Falcon 351 Crusty Wagon project. Now before I get into the wagon gift giving segment of this episode, I need to sort out the power steering leak. Now this car has leaked power steering fluid from various places right from the time I first reversed it out of the garage after I figured out how to get it to run, and it's made a right mess of my driveway and my garage from time to time because of it. And I thought I'd fix the main leak, which was the blown power steering hose on this side of the car, but as it turns out it's now leaking from the power steering box, and I need to address that because you can't get a roadworthy when your car leaks oily fluids everywhere. So the last leak I need to pin down is that leak out of that power steering box. So what I plan to do is fire the car up and see where that leak is coming from, because I can't address it until I figure out where it's coming from. So let's get into that. It is a loose fitting. It's pouring out of the fitting right now. Look at that. It's just weeping away down there. Mystery solved. So the power steering fluid is pouring out of the fitting on top of the box. So that's a good sign. It means theoretically all I got to do is tighten up that fitting and my power steering leak will stop. So what do I need to do to get into there? Because it's a very tight space down there, and I went through all of this with my sedan's power steering conversion. So I have special tools. Now these are called crow's feet spanners, and I think somebody left a comment in the comment section of my power steering conversion about getting these to gain access. So I did, and all I need to do now is figure out which one I need and get it on the end of my 3/8 drive socket set and have at it. So let's do that. Alright, I don't know how well you can see that down there, but the crow's foot spanner on your 3/8 drive socket set gives you enough leverage to swing on that fitting and get it nice and tight. So theoretically nothing else should pour out of that fitting and I'll have my power steering leak solved. So let's just kick the car in the guts quickly and run the power steering and see what happens. Bit of seepage possibly, but nothing's pouring out of it anymore. So I'm going to count that as a Christmas Day episode win. Alright, now let's get on to the original intention of this episode, which was unwrap the personalised plate that I ordered at the start of this month. Now I've been sitting on this combination now for months, but I didn't pull the trigger on it because the car was far from completion when I first found the combination, and it's not in my nature to lay-by things on a maybe, so I just checked up on the combination every now and again to make sure it was still available, knowing full well if it wasn't available I would probably just have to go find another combination that I would be less satisfied with. So the start of December rolled round, and I thought to myself, I will pull the trigger and buy this combination, and it should theoretically arrive in time for Christmas. And it did, well and truly. I think it was only 10 days from the time I ordered it to the time it arrived. Now, I normally hate to give the government money, but they pretty much own the personalised plates infrastructure, so you know, you do what you have to do. So I bought this plate. Let's see what it is. And there you have it, some old school plates suitable for the era of the car, and it's 351 WGS. Now you can interpret that as WAGs. WGN was not available, and or you can interpret it as 351 Wagon GS. Now, I'm not sure if this car qualifies as a GS wagon. It certainly has all the GS toys on it. I don't know whether bench seats were a thing for GS cars, but it doesn't really matter. It came with all the GS goodies, so I'm going to claim it. So let's get these on the car and wrap up this Christmas episode. Should have got the diamond separator. Okay, summary time for the Christmas edition of Missle Ford Falcon 351 and Crusty Wagon project. Now, in summary, I have sorted out the power steering leak. Obviously, when you drive a car around and subject it to a little bit more pressure and force, it might start to leak again, but for the time being, nothing's coming out underneath the car, which is a vast improvement over what it was before I started to tighten the fittings up. So that's good, and the plate is on, and the car is still quite away from being registered. I plan to get that done sometime early in the new year of 2025. I'm going to spend most of my Christmas break fixing odds and sods and small projects that I've been overlooking in the pursuit of getting things done in a timely manner. So I plan to button as much of this up as I can over the Christmas holiday period, and then get stuck back into it sometime early in the new year. So have a good Christmas, those of you out there that are watching this on Christmas evening. Have a good one.